No. Where do you get that idea?
I don't know. I heard from a Canadian politician.
You know, screw Canada, we're too busy right now. Greetings everyone, welcome to the end of Death End Request 2. We're finally finishing this game. Shut up, me. And then the stream is gonna pause. Just wait. It's not. What the fuck? No, that can't be that can't be right. Can't be right. Okay, well, whatever. It's not gonna pause this time apparently. Greetings and welcome to the livestream. We're finally finishing this game. There's 2 parts left. One of them is 35 minutes. The other one is 40 minutes. I thought, fuck it. I don't really have like, I can't make clean parts right now. Like one of them is the final boss. The other one is the ending of the game. What more do you want? I'm not gonna do the pain area, and I will explain soon.
I mean, I want parsec.
Oh yeah, that's a fair statement. Can I begin? Can we just gonna begin?
Do it.
1, 2, 3. So, the final boss. It is kind of similar to what you have seen before. There's a bunch of minions, which are low in defense, but they are high in physical invasion, so it doesn't matter. You're gonna go for magic attacks anyway, and Rottie's attacks will just kill those minions real quick, so that's fine. The boss itself, the first phase, it has shit defense and great magical defense, so you just want to do physical attacks. The final boss itself barely does any damage, or like at most it will damage you to almost dying, and that's kind of it. So you really don't have to worry about the boss. The whole boss is basically you just using your corrupted form to go invincible. You hit the boss hits you to the point you get corrupted again, and then you hit the boss again. And that's it. That's the entire fight.
And like last ending, you're not alone.
Yeah. So there's no shit RNG, but it's just that the fight's boring. It's not difficult at all. The music is good. Like, the music, 10 out of 10. But that's the only good thing about the boss. Because not even the design is cool. Like, the last game's final boss design was cool. This is just a slug. Again, as if I told you this was the final boss, would you believe me?
Somewhat, yes. It could also be confused as to some more.
Nope. I mean, there's a second phase, but the only difference is the shadow aura. But yeah, the final boss, again, like the first phase, you wanna just focus on physical attacks. And you wanna do magical attacks against the fairy, specifically with Rottie, because her Phoenix Seal, I believe, just does a lot of damage to them. Oh, you can use Speed Star, but I don't recommend doing that, because you really don't want to get rid of the bug fields. Because those bug fields is what you need to get your ultimate attacks off, and you're going to spend those ultimate attacks a lot, trust me. It's the only way to make this fight bearable. Now, Liliana also has Aegis Absorb, which means that she can also go invincible, so really, not much to worry about. Just gotta keep your SP up, and that's it. Again, music, fantastic. At the same time though, I just think back of the first game. And they had the final boss. The final boss was not only important because, it was Iris herself and shit. And we were trying to save her despite her turning into a monster, right? But she had like 3 phases. And each phase was her just basically being more and more free to cause havoc. And near the end, we had to get our power from the player who finally supports the main characters and shit like that. And you have this awesome fucking music as well. And the boss fight is actually kind of fun. It doesn't take for fucking effort. Or it doesn't feel like it takes forever. That's the important part. It's not monotonous. Because the problem with the boss Willy here is that it's monotonous. It's just the fight is just basically tedious. It doesn't do anything interesting. And not to worry, just the location as well, like the previous game has such a much cooler looking location as well. Basically, I just like the feel of the first game's ending fight more than this game's. Like, at this point, I don't even see the point of a fight, because Maya's already, like, you know, the most powerful being in the world right now. This fight is only there because I needed gameplay. Which I can actually kind of say a lot about this game as a whole, to be honest. But I'll get to it. Should I talk about the pain area?
There's not much going on, is there, at this point?
No, we have already seen the whole fight. There's some original text for each character for this boss, of course, but, you know. Koopas!
God damn fucking them! It never leaves us alone.
So, basically the pain area, the first game had it too, of course. But there's some major differences. You see, in the first game you unlock it halfway through the game, and you unlock more levels as you play through the game. This means that certain levels are, you know, based around a certain level that your characters could be. In other words, if you grind to level 99, which you can easily do in the first game and not in this game, you won't be able to have that much of a hard time getting through the first few levels. You can go through those very easily and very quickly. Because they are designed to be played alongside playing the whole game. This game is not the same case. This game assumes you already are like at your strongest when you go to the pain area. However, you cannot go to the pain area on the last chapter. So, you're screwed. And you also can't really go there at chapter 8, because chapter 8 Liliana isn't awake. So you have to go there at chapter 7. So you can't really be at your strongest. And almost every enemy has too much fucking HP, but especially too much defense. There are plenty of times where you just fight enemies that have 8,000 defense. Not even the final boss has a ridiculous amount of defense and magical defense. And there are bosses at the end, some of them are from the first game with like different versions of them. And their attack stat is not only ridiculous, but their defense is literally quadruple nines. Quadruple nines! You're never gonna reach stats like that in this game, that's ridiculous. I don't remember how much like defense and magical defense this boss has, but like, you know, the final boss already can take quite a beating because of how much HP it has. But fuck me. The pain area is a real pain. Like, I spent 3 hours on it and I only got like halfway through.
Go back a second. Go back a second. Just this boss, we see the defense stat. Here.
Oh, I accidentally skipped.
God damn it.
Oh fuck, this is why I changed. This is why originally I changed like my own VLC on laptop to speed up only by like 3 seconds, because 10 seconds is way too fucking much.
Oh.
Well, you never know. You can also just look it up on Google.
Yeah, it's too much effort for this game.
Basically, the pain area is a pain. Like, it took me 3 hours to get through the halfway point of the second level. It would literally take me 10 hours to get to the end. You know, we don't have time for that. Like, I forgot about it, right? On, like, Wednesday. So I only had, like, ideally 2 or, like, maybe 3 days to do it. I don't have that much time, because on Saturday, of course, I have to celebrate Halloween as well. So I already have planned, you know, I already have other things to do, because you know, life goes on. There are other things we do besides the streaming shit. I don't have time for the pain area. But then, I died at some point. And I died because the agility stat in this game is complete nonsense. Like, it doesn't make sense. Sometimes randomly the enemies can just go first. And sometimes the enemies can have their turn, and in the next set of turns, they just have another turn, somehow. And within each turn, they move like 3 times. And they just kill me without me being able to do anything about it because of RNG. If I have to deal with that constantly with fucking RNG, I'm fucking done. I might as well just grind in Final Fantasy X for the post-game, because that's more fun. And that says a lot, because I don't want to grind in Final Fantasy X.
As somebody who's done it, it's not fun, so,
oh, yeah?
you know...
Oh yeah, and I haven't even told you the worst part.
It's the fact is that you now have to compare something that isn't fun with something that isn't fun, to see which one is slightly more fun.
Oh yeah, and You know what the enemies can do in the pain area?
What?
They can randomly decide to be invincible for a few turns.
Few turns?
Yes, and they can almost full heal themselves as well.
To waste my time? Oh lord.
Do you now understand why I say why I fucking just grind in Final Fantasy X?
At least you feel the progression.
Exactly, here it's like, you know, also make sure to always save in the pain area. Because instead of giving you a game over like a normal game, they just throw you out of the pain area. And if you don't save, you have to do the entire level all over again.
Genius.
So save and load. It's terrible. Do not. I died at some point because of RNG, and I was so done because there's so many enemy formations that are the fucking same, and they all just have a lot of fucking HP. I was drained. I'm like, I don't have the patience for this. I was hoping that I could download some cutscenes instead, because the cutscenes are funny. They're like joke cutscenes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I can't find them either. Not properly anyway, without commentary. And even then, it's rare to find like pain area shit with commentary, because no one wants to do it. And I can't blame them. The pain area is boring. It sucks. It's the most boring part of this game, but then like for 10 hours straight. You already see it with this final boss. This final boss takes forever to die. And there's a second phase with like 30 billion HP. That is basically the entire pain area. It's padding. It's not fun. Don't do the pain area. Music is a banger though.
It's the only good thing.
The only good thing. Honestly, like, I'm so disappointed. I feel like, especially in horror games, like if I fight the final boss, I want the final boss to be like the most mega death destruction Terminator thing to exist, to be that my enemy, not a fucking like just slug monster. Look at this thing. Does this thing look scary to you?
No.
I mean,
Just looks like a generic monster you could possibly find on the field.
Yeah, it's disappointing. There's so many other like boss designs in this game that are better, and then this is kind of lame. Honestly, with how they like made Marbas sound like a dog or something, I was expecting some kind of like wolf type of monster. That would be cooler.
The fact is that you never get to see more Marbas because, at least for now,
we're looking at her right now. She's right in front of us, running.
Doesn't count, but yes. All of this is just a fucking mass of energy just corrupting whoever it sees fit.
Yeah. We never actually get to fight the Marbas in form, I suppose, but that makes sense, I guess, because we are Marbas all along. We were him, and he is me. He's my stand now. Can you imagine, like, fucking, like, it being a stand? Just being a stand ability? I can't wait for the second phase. It's basically fighting the same fight twice, only this time magical defense is down. And physical defense is up.
Big difference.
Basically, instead of like, you know, the other two characters attacking a lot, Rottie's gonna attack a lot. She now has 12 million HP left. 12 billion. 12 million.
Yeah, sure as hell feels like we're wasting a lot of time.
That's basically what it is, because it's not, like I said, this fight is not even hard. The previous boss fight was harder. Remember the one in chapter 8? The Midra?
Yeah.
She was harder, because she does actual damage. And I prefer that over, like, the fight taking for 5 years. So I say, grab a snack. We're gonna be here for a while. It's basically a podcast now.
Why was it?
I mean, yeah. This is how you think about it.
It's all in the brain, the mentality.
All in the brain. So anyway, and as would you be right, like would you like to read? Would you like to read? Like Neptunia fanfic, the third sister. It's good, I swear. Trust me.
Before that, Jazz,
What?
I think you want to check Elon Musk's Twitter page and then go to what he likes
Right now?
right now,
Okay.
and just scroll a bit down because we found out that he actually liked Sasakami-chan,
Elon Musk. Now she's got the Persians. Chief Twit. Chief Twit. 20k models. Just received email from Twitter. Finally, truth that carbs are amazing can be set on platform. Fresh baked bread, super clear. But it's likes, right?
Like, yeah.
Okay, so I need to go to the like page. I don't know Elon Musk, to be honest. I still have
Fuck,
to
he
go
likes to watch.
The bird is finally free.
Because he liked an artwork from Sakabiche. So
It's an artwork.
Yeah, from Sakabiche.
I'm looking for an artwork. Hmm.
Otherwise, if you can't find the surprise there, always check Discord. Because I did just said it.
Okay. Oh my god. He did it. The man did it. To be fair though, he was always a Veep. He said he was a cat girl. But anyway, I just want to read my fanfiction. It's good. It's pretty
And
good.
send it to me, you know, if it's finished.
Basically, all it is that it has like 2 series. Let's just say one is light, the other one is darkness. I'm writing the first volume of darkness, and the other one is complete. Light is complete. It's like, you know, Naruto Shippuden, right? Like you have like the first part, the happy part, and then you have the not so happy part.
Yes.
But it's pretty good. I swear, it's pretty good. Like I got like on fanfiction.net. Some people liked it. Okay, listen, listen. I even got someone that doesn't like edgy Neptunia to like it. Come on, trust me. I can do
That's promising.
I can do it. I think it's because I can understand the sentiment, so I write with that in mind. There's no 0 and 1 damages. By the way, you know, your attack stat increases by a fucking lot when you go into, like, a glitch form. So you really want to keep attacking in glitch form, otherwise the fight will take forever.
At least I know that Liliana constantly gives you invincibility whenever you finish with her ultimate.
No, that is Mai. Mai's ultimate that gives invincibility. Liliana has Aegis Absorb, which is the one that gives invincibility. And she can have all damage for all characters. And yet that still isn't enough for the fucking pain area.
Because the pain area is just the pain.
It's actual pain. Oh.
Now, suck on this, pain!
And now the world should know pain. Pain literally just summons the entire pain area. It's like, oh no. Also, you know, there's no summoning in this game. Whereas with the pain, like, you know, the first game, you had summoning. So if enemies were very difficult to fight with because they do a lot of damage, you can just summon a monster and it will attack the monster instead while you, like, you know, make a plan. You don't have anything like that in this game. You don't even have, like, the genre switcher thing to do more damage. You don't have anything. Because honestly, I don't think the pain area is made to be in this game to begin with. But the game is just kind of also just washed in general, let's be fair here. By the way, and it's, I'm just gonna like, you know, after we're done with Death and Quest 2, we're gonna test 14 a little bit, just a little bit, you know, just to, you know, to make sure that it doesn't lag.
Alright.
You know, I got it like playing at like at least above 120 FPS, even during like an alliance raid at 1440p.
That's great.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Never felt so smooth. I was in the Void Arc, I think.
Oh, you got a different alliance raid. Lucky you.
I know, right? I like how everyone in the fucking chat said that too. And they said like, I remember them saying shit like, oh man, I was taking World of Darkness again.
No, I would wish I would get World of Darkness. You wanna know what I get? Agent Labyrinth or fucking the Circus Tower. There's a good reason why we keep getting those two fucking...
I get always the Ancient of the Labyrinth of Agents and the fucking World of Darkness. I always get those two. The worst part is the World of Darkness because that one is long. That one is very long. To be fair, like, a lot of them are long. Ancient of Libya, the Crystal Tower is probably the shortest one.
Yes.
It's just that I'm tired of getting the same one over and over again.
Yeah, same here. Same here. Listen, I was for a period, I was... I guess I'll just keep it for now. Just to see.
Don't worry, I have to use 5% of my full power.
What's going on underneath my sled anyway? Is that the whole possessed thing?
Well, we got stabbed, remember? That's the blood of when we got stabbed.
Right, but it keeps on like flashing underneath her legs.
Oh yeah, no, she's absorbing like all of the blood, I guess.
Makes sense. Alright, now we get to round fucking 2.
Yeah, so basically, go in on all magical attack instead of physical attack. I should have changed the equipment for that. Oops. Whoopsie poopsie.
Oh no, the fight is even longer now.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Like I said, Dennis, this entire part, this fight.
How many minutes over?
We have minute 18 and we have 34 minutes.
Alright, so it's a good 20 minutes here. The rounded up.
Yeah, rounded up, there's like 20 minutes.
Because I'm not bothering with precise mathematics.
The thing is, right, there are final bosses that are just as long, and they're fine, but they don't feel as long because there's enough, you know, happening in the fight. Here, it's just the same fight.
There's a lot of dynamic changes, there's a lot of things going on, a lot of things you have to pay attention to, and this one doesn't feel that way. Plus, you're constantly using the invincibility strat, as I noticed, as you told us.
Especially in the beginning, because you have all these minions. Like, you don't, honestly, I didn't do this strat at all in my first playthrough, because this boss also just doesn't do a lot of damage to begin with. I did grind for better equipment, which is also another difference, but, you know, that's besides the point. The fight still takes forever.
It still took forever, alright.
Yeah. The better equipment is usually more so just for the defense, honestly. You do side quests for that, but honestly, I don't feel like doing side quests. They don't really do me much.
I'll suck my soul out of it.
And, you know, give me some good items, I guess, but I don't feel like doing that. I've got better things to do. I'm gonna play, like, the next RPG I'll play for this channel is Final Fantasy V, and that one, I know that one is enjoyable, that one is fun. It's like finally a fun game. See, it's not like I dislike this game, to be honest, it's just that I dislike the ending portion of the game, and that's kind of important. And I'll get more in-depth with my feelings when we get to the credits. But no matter what, this final boss is not fun.
Pecco.
Pain Pecco indeed. Pain Pecco indeed. Ah.
I have to wonder what you're careful. It's like probably just a meme with the fucking Vtuber. It was like pain and then because it's Pecco, it's like Pecco.
Yeah, that's basically it. It was on Twitter, I think. And you know, she's Japanese, so she doesn't, you know, she just kind of like mimics certain words she sees in English. So she just says Pain Pecco. And everyone just kind of copies it. Pain Pecco. I think it was something happening or something that was like sad or something on the stream, and then she says Pain Pecco at the end because she died in Minecraft or something. Pain Pecco. Well, but this is the consequences of my own actions.
I swear I hate the lines rate in FF14. Specifically the roulette.
Yeah.
It's like you just people are like there are people that are actively like, you know, using the roulettes. Or no, they're using fucking the agent labyrinth or the roulette as a means of getting the agent labyrinth so they can just quickly get it done and over with. So they equip gear specifically lower level so they get those dungeons.
Horrible.
It is horrible. And so, yeah, that's what happens whenever you enter in the chat. It's like, yeah, everybody is like so fucking shocked that they got another alliance rate. A different alliance rate.
What is this? Another different alliance? Wait, oh my god, I can't believe it. Yo, have you heard that Fortune made their own hentai game? Officially.
What?
Fortune made their own hentai game.
Honestly, I'm shocked that they didn't do it earlier.
And apparently it's pretty good too.
I'm just shocked that they didn't do it like far earlier in the years, you know?
I guess, yeah, I don't know.
Maybe this time it were the right amount of artists coming together.
Man. I will be kind of glad when we're done with Death Entry Quest 2. Finally, no more RPGs so that I have to play for recording instead of Genshin Impact or another game I wanted to play. Finally, no more in my free time. It's not like I hated my entire time with it, but it's like, man, I was stressed and tired.
So, how about Final Fantasy V? Is it gonna be post again?
Well, yeah, but the difference is I'm having fun with that. I think the difference is that I get like a whole vacation to myself where I don't have to do anything else. I can just easily play the game. With this one, you know, I'm still busy with writing and all the other stupid shit, so I don't have time.
And there's also the wonderful thing of you actually know what you're doing this time around. And you have the freedom to choose the classes you want.
Yeah, this time I'm actually playing it for real.
Never forget the foot challenge run you did. That was actually pretty foot challenge run.
It was fun though, like, legitimately, it wasn't, I don't think it was a bad idea for, like, entertainment purposes, and it got us pretty far.
Oh, it gave you a lot of, like, what you call it, like, openings of eyes, where you realize, oh shit, this job is actually not that bad, or something like that.
Yeah, you know, it forces you to be creative as well. And it's like, you know, you use what you got, and it's like, oh, it works out. I think that's the strength of 15 as well, is that, you know, you can't really get fucked by having the wrong classes. You can only get fucked by not having the imagination how to use them properly.
Oh, wait, which game did we talk about? 15?
5?
What?
5.
Right.
5. Yeah, no, 15 is, doesn't have classes.
It only has weapons.
It only has weapons, and they all kind of do the same. So, at the end of the day, you all trust them.
At the end of the day, you're gonna stick with that one longsword that does like increased damage whenever you jump on enemies.
That and the blood spear that like does a lot of damage based off your HP or some shit. I don't remember. Or that one like spear that drains HP, so you can get your HP back without having to spam all your elixirs.
And again, just keep flying into the enemy. I remember like looking at one of the super bosses that the game has, right? Mm-hmm. Like I was looking up on YouTube how they beat him, and at some point in the fight, this guy was literally like straight up spamming the flying attack, right? Where you just teleport into the enemy, right? Like fucking maybe 10 times or 5 times. It's like,
that's how you play the game.
And then somebody writes in the comment like, "What the fuck is this for cancer?"
That's the actual game.
That is the actual game.
Combined with spamming elixirs, because the game's just an item spam game.
Yeah, it just really feels that way. It hurts. Because you don't know what's hurting you most of the time.
That, you can only block when the game like decides that you can block.
Dodging is kind of difficult, again, because you don't know when the attack is coming, so you just don't attack and let the auto-dodge cloak do the work.
Exactly. And your party members are stupid.
Yes. So they have a lot of... It's like playing their own separate DLC. The cook and the camera boy do have the most fun gameplay.
You can switch them nowadays with the DLC, but honestly I think that shouldn't have been DLC to begin with. That should have just been part of the main game.
The fact that it is DLC is probably because at the beginning of the game they didn't make them playable, right? They didn't make them playable, so they didn't have anything to go off on. So now that they have their own DLC stories,
The real problem is just that, you know, like, when you get to the halfway point of the game just kind of like, oh shit, we don't have time anymore, quick, go on a train.
And then everything goes down south because
Yeah.
they went south with the train.
Hey, we want an open world game, but not really though, we don't have time for that.
So once you get to the end of the train ride, you just get a fucking, 10-year time skip, and then you get the small open world section.
Not really open world, but we're gonna pretend it is.
Yeah.
It's,
Until, you know...
It's like, man, this game, they did not plan at all for this game. They don't know what they were doing, they didn't know what they were doing at all.
Then you come to the last bit of DLCs and patches, and they ended up giving you the ability to go back time. Because they realized it was a major fuck up.
Except, you know, that just breaks the immersion.
Yes, and then, you know...
Honestly, if you could go back in time, why not just save Luna, though?
No.
Stupid.
Which also, that place has another super boss hidden in there, which being Omega hidden. Not really.
Yeah, well, you know. Which
Is another thing.
Which also is added as DLC.
Now remember, there's more fucking story content added. It's like that you probably missed out in your first playthrough because it was added later.
Yeah, so the story didn't make any sense. Like, it was just the main villain talking a lot, and it's like nothing he said that actually made any sense. It was weird. It was more nonsensical than Kingdom Hearts, and that says a lot.
There's just some things missing. It's like a top what you realize.
Now we have magic counter. You see, this boss now counters every magical attack. So the fight takes longer now. And it has how much HP? 10 million. Fun.
So now you have to especially look for the invincibility counters.
No, it doesn't matter, because if it counterattacks, you can't even hit it. You can't even damage it, so you just have to wait.
Oh. Right, because it just straight up block. Ah, fuck this.
So anyway,
you know, I just have to say I like how it has to go out with like big white bold letters telling you that it has now the counter stance on.
The counter stance is on! You can actually see in the HP bar, like when in the status things, where you can actually see what it, like, status ailments and counter attacks it has on. But yeah. The counter
it has to do
the counter stance is so rare that you don't even know that, you know, yeah, they have to tell you because you wouldn't notice otherwise. You wouldn't know what it is even. That was a physical attack, by the way. All the damage is just Liliana doing big dick damage because, yeah.
She's small and angry.
She's small and angry. Hey man, don't fuck with the small creatures. They're the most angriest you'll find. It's true though.
Yeah, I remember my old classmate.
I remember too. Alright, magical attack. I forgot. Also, you know, you could also use guard more often in middle of the combos. I just keep forgetting that you could do that, like, you know, I never guard. So, man, My Hero Academia is going to places that, you know, Shiragaki suddenly decided to fucking Thanos snap an entire city.
Interesting.
Like, he woke up and destroyed an entire city. And killed everyone in it too.
I think that was supposed to be planned, right? Part of the plan, right?
No. Like, what kind of plot armor can we use to defeat him now? You know how he can, like, you know, decay you by touching you? Now he has this decay AoE that's city-wide.
Okay, that's for bullshit.
I know, right? Just wait until he can decay the air particles, then we're really fucked. You know, you get like the cracks of decaying, and if you touch those cracks, you decay too. So you're fucked, basically. Very interesting. A lot of people died. Some of the top heroes died too. It's crazy.
Well, the K has been quite a crazy power. I do remember that. Like a power.
Yeah, the quirk. It's a crazy power. I don't. Have you even seen the last season? I don't think you did.
All I know is that, you know, I do remember seeing some part of his backstory thanks to YouTube where he killed his parents.
Yeah, his dad was kind of a dick. Everyone else was an accident, though.
His dad just got accidentally, but everybody else didn't even want to.
Well, he didn't, he didn't even know what was going on. For the longest time, he didn't even know that happened. He didn't even remember. So what's the lesson learned? If your kid just wants to play a hero, just let them play a hero. They'll become an adult eventually. Then you can tell them, yeah, maybe it's not a good idea, but dude. Listen, man. Like, let's say legitimately, you know, because, like, you know, they're, like, related to, like, the former All For One user. So you got the dad that's, like, you know, related to that person, and he's like, yeah, well, she's dead now. She's dead now, so don't be hero, stupid. So he decides to be very abusive to both his children and his wife. Oh man, I think we can kill him, man. I think we can kill her, Annis.
No.
Wait, but I won though. We won. Who's we?
God damn it, she's a kill stealer. She steals the kill.
1, 2, 3. Oh, silly Willy, you forgot to turn off your curse, you stupid dummy. I know, right? Fucking stupid. Like, you would think you'd turn off your own fucking, like, curse, but no. Julieta lost her competition. You also giant wants to tell your, like, hoodman, and it's like, you know, it's like, listen, if you can't kill him, how do you think we can? I followed each and every black-clothed cult member and who cowered and fled from me, and I just killed them all. They popped like human fireworks. They went poop.
Good.
With the slightest effort, the cult is splattered like fireworks. How strange. The cult's entrails remains exploded all about, enveloping floors and walls with a gory muck. As the room filled with ghastly shrieks, it became a painting of hell.
Why are you laughing? There's a monster right in front of you.
Don't worry about it, we already defeated her. What is she gonna do? As I raised my hand slowly above me, Liliana started and fell on her back.
みんなが命をかけてギリギリつないだ未来への希望。頼んだぞ。いたの？寂しかったんだから。
バイバイ、舞ちゃん。これでいいの。今度こそお母様が人を殺さない未来になれば私は満足だよ。
I will create a happy future where you guys are born 30 years later.
I actually don't know if they will be born 30 years later. The game isn't very clear on that.
I mean, I see Rottie in the ending, so at least the
There's a different reason for that. So, Mitra comes in and sacrifices her own life instead, so that Rottie could live in his new future.
Sick.
And Strain Marbas has decided to just bring Rottie's soul with her. It's dangerous to go alone and rewind the time. Take her with you.
Here, take this.
Man, your character is completely different from when you were in that fucking, like, repeated cycle.
I don't remember your actual name. I called you Rotten after realizing what the truth was.
Yeah, oh, that's stupid. Should have never let your dad name you. Fucking idiot. By the way, this cutscene plays even if you don't do the New Game Plus thing. So you're just gonna be very confused, like, why is Lydia here?
Why is she so smart?
That's still a question.
Everybody fucking died because of you.
No, because of her older sister. Her older sister's a bitch. So basically, the gas still goes, but everyone kind of escaped alive.
Just in time, I guess.
And nowadays people just kind of come to the town just to, like, you know, make pictures and shit. Liliana, for some reason, is left behind here.
悪魔は倒さなければなりません。
And
Help, she's crazy!
no, she's just and then she's like, I think she's just fucking confused because she's just dropped here and fucking Mai just left. There's like after becoming the devil. So she's like, what the fuck is happening? We may not be friends. And like, Mai, come on, couldn't you have just come at least appeared in front of her? Go like, hey, Mai, hey, Liliana, by the way, not evil, okay? Are we good? Good? Okay, good. Oh boy, a new MMORPG. Let's hope this one doesn't turn into a horror fucking.
So, with the whole rewriting, does it mean that Arata and all the people live?
Yep.
Ah, so that's why they killed them off, because fuck it, we can bring them back anyway.
Yeah.
次のオフ会は私もバッチリおしゃれしていかなきゃな。自分磨きだ。
シーナ、反則グッズのマウスパッドのサンプル上がってきたぞ。
本当ですか？どれどれ？うひゃー！かわいい！あー、メリちゃん、かわいい、かわいい。
だな。
俺、仏頂面して。
Don't you love her, baby?
私と水無さんで作った子供ですよ。
Nani? Now everyone thinks they did it. Why are you here? You don't even work here. Not so it doesn't work here at all. He's just here to eat the snacks. He's drinking our coffee. Get him out of here.
Jess, this makes sense. It all makes sense. Have you seen all the fucking working in a tech company videos? Of course he comes here.
He comes here for the coffee.
Or for the free latte. I don't like. Sure, sure. Keep
Sheena, you're making it worse. Why is that an evil laugh? Hold on a minute.
Now we're still left with the question, is like there's a part where he pulls out a gun in the opening, and then there's the whole fact that he came to town. Watson.
The town thing never really gets explained, but... So, I did what every 14-year-old girl on Twitter does. She inserts herself into the fanfiction.
I see.
We have a new employee and she's 14 years old. How?
Is that even allowed? Now, we call her an intern on paper, but she's a new colleague.
Okay.
Isn't it illegal?
Hey, hold on a minute.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Same fashion sense. Look at this. It looks so similar. They even have a skull and everything. I'm not crazy, am I?
And I was wondering, you were questioning the why a child is working in a company.
He kinda did. It's for real this time. Around the time I joined, an orphanage in a faraway country echoed with rousing cries of eager young students.
Oh no, not her again.
I think one of my favorite parts, one of my favorite trolling thing Mai has done, is that Mai actually made Vina remember her death in a dream. Just do a little bit of trolling.
Yes, I died a horrible death. How lovely.
モーリーのせいだ。帰る。ゴミ捨てとけ、モーリー。今朝、なんだか変
I
な
was killed by the ghost. I love it. Mine just like just a little bit of trolling, you know. She leaves Fina alive, but she remembers. Well, she thinks it's a dream, but it's funny.
もうおとなしくしようかしら。
Maybe you should just stop being a crazy bitch.
朝露が日に輝い
But
て
yeah, now we basically see everyone, you know, living their life normally. No crazy ex-murderers. I don't really know who the new head is, though.
澄んだ空気。
The bishop.
Oh, I can't believe it.
The true hero of the story.
Wait, Strain, but that's mine.
ありがとうございます
That shouldn't exist anymore.
そういえばもうすぐ新入寮生が来るとか。どんな子かしら。楽しみね。
Man, I can't believe it.
アビ、
You know,
君はどう思う？
I'm thinking about this, but couldn't you rewrite a world where, you know, their parents are just alive?
急にかしこまって。
But that wouldn't make it funny.
君がいなくなった後のワズワスだ。
I could imagine that maybe, like, because she doesn't know the whole situation of every person, she can't do that, like, she needs to know first. But then I think she could at least keep Liliana's mom alive, because Liliana's mom, you know, only died in the cycle, but she should still be alive now.
私なんて普通以
I mean, think about it. She should probably be be at the asylum or something, you know?
それに、私が
You would think, anyway.
I would think, but you know what? I like the orphans.
I like the orphans.
先の世代にかけるべきは
And it
I like
says,
it. It's funny.
I hope no one takes it out of context. And it's
Honestly, I'm
2022. I
out.
like the orphans.
But I think literally my whole fucking lifetime that I've been fucking on YouTube with you, there are so many things they can take out of context.
The problem is sometimes I can take entire contexts out of context, because even the contexts require context with what the shit you have to say.
Yeah.
環境が変わるのが怖いのはわかるけどね。
Man, I want to eat Burger King. I just got McDonald's, but I just want to eat Burger King instead, to be honest.
セーラ、泣き虫。ごめん、ごめん。
これから向かう新しいお家は優しいお母さんと兄弟の女の子たちがたくさんいるわ。楽しいわよ。
たくさん人がいるの。
That's scary! Oh, no.
大丈夫、大丈夫だよ、セーラ。私がいるから。
今日は歓迎パーティーだって聞いたわ。ご飯はかぼちゃのシチューと美味しい魚のソテ
I
ー
don't
です
understand why they say soiree instead of party when they say party in English and Japanese. In English and Japanese, I know what I said, shut up. Not a pumpkin! Are you fucking joking? What do I do? You said pumpkin.
Yeah.
ちょっと黙っててもらえます。
Miss, can you shut the fuck up?
この後もう一人あなたたちと一緒に今日入寮する子を拾って3人での到着となりますからね。もう少しだけ我慢してね。
I'm thinking about this. It's very confusing. It's like, is this like 30 years ago or is this current time?
あなたたち
The game never really clarifies.
10歳ね。
Maybe the degrading made it go to current times instead.
That's one thing I'd assume, but then we see the news that apparently La Cuara is still a ghost town, so maybe they're in a different town?
こんなところで日向ぼっこ。
Maybe they're placed elsewhere.
You could imagine it being like. Actually, it's a good question.
Mary here remembers Rottie still. I was playing with an older girl.
私や他の人たちとは別に。確かね。思い出せない。この寮にそんな名前の人はいないわね。夢で見たその人は優しかったの？うん。そう。 よかったね。じゃ、とりあえず私と遊
I like it that these people still believe in El Strain, and meanwhile the actual god they believe in is just sitting chilling in Tokyo with her girlfriend.
お庭まで駆け
Working on a gaming company.
Working in a gaming company.
Being possibly sexually assaulted by an adult.
自分
Now she's sexually assaulted by her lesbian girlfriend.
初めて見たけど、何を思って
That's how it goes. Ah,
紅茶が美味しい。
so.
ねえ、冷めるわよ。ツンデレっていうのはね、このメアリみたいな子のことを言うのよ。
I don't remember Charlie at all.
ねえ、普段
At least I didn't remember it all when I started the game again. Like, who the fuck is this again?
私たちを気遣う。誰が仏頂面ですって？
So when I said that, it doesn't matter if you like. Technically, it doesn't matter at all for the story if the characters temporarily die or permanently die, because they don't really permanently die. They all get revived in the ending anyway.
何よ、バカにしてるの？
The true ending is gonna be the same.
Yes.
いつも私たちの
Either way, for speedrun purposes, we're gonna get the bad ending for all of them.
No, you're not gonna get the bad ending for. Yeah, oh, no, you are going to.
無理。無理
Yeah.
があるわね。あなたのキャラ
I'm
じゃ。
thinking about it.
シーズさんまで？何よもう。
Actually, all jokes aside, what is anyway fast?
What's faster is
Then again, you're skipping, like, if you're gonna speedrun, you're gonna skip every cutscene you see anyway, so.
yeah, so it doesn't matter.
Unless they do the stupid thing where they, like, split cutscenes into, like, 6 different pieces, right? So you have to skip 6 times.
They could do that for like main cutscenes, but that's about it.
そうだね。ちょっと口悪いんだけど。
It would be funny though if this was 30 years ago, because that would mean that some of them would probably just be old people by the time we're in like current time. And Colette would be maybe a professional programmer and then go like, hey, hold on a fucking minute, I remember
ど
you.
こでなくしたの？
How are you still 14?
先週のバレエの授業
Just don't ask any questions.
その後帰ってきてないの。洗濯物は普通。次の日の朝にメイドさんが部屋の前のカゴに入れておいてくれるわよね。なかったの？うん。でもまあなんとかなるかなって。ならないでしょ、アホ。どうするの？今からバレエなのに。裸でやる？笑ってる場合じゃないでしょってば。
I laugh at my danger.
取っていったのかもしれないじゃない。
I laugh at my friends.
誰が？クリスティー
My friends are my comedy material.
ナ？困らせてやろうみたいな。アホのくせに意外と周り見てるんだから。でも私じゃないわよ。
The fact that she says this time should say enough.
先生に話す。
This time. She does it on other times though.
T シャツで授業させてもらう。迷惑かけそうだしな。ほら、ちゃんと謝るの。間違っ。あら、ちつばさんにビクトリアさん。ごきげん。
So, in this different alternative reality, Victoria just stole someone's fucking ballet outfit to sniff it for some reason. I don't know.
なんでわかったの？ごめんなさい。ビクトリアちゃんが。ごめんなさい。はい、返します。ポーラのレオタード！洗濯完了カゴを間違っちゃったの。自分のだと思って回収して、そのまましまっちゃってて。ごめんなさい。バカみたいなレオタードでごめんなさいね。こんなの回収したくもなかったでしょ。そんなことは。お腹にポーラ。間違いようがなくない？
Wait a minute, something is kind of saucy baka. Saucy.
ビクトリアちゃんにはこれから気をつけさせるから許してあげてくれる？いいよ。もうしないでね。ごめんなさい。これで今日もバレエの授業受けられる。着替えよう。
But dude, what the fuck? She's a menace.
そこの知れない子。やっぱり私の見込んだ通り、ポーラって頭のいい子だよ。
At least Tsuba can turn into a monster and drown her this time, I hope. Makes you wonder what she would like.
Yonder will be on the list.
What it might have done to make sure they don't drown this time.
Maybe make what was Victoria? Make the girl a bit more, mature, so she actually gets the feeling of sexual attraction.
Instead of going for MILF, she goes for Lolly now.
And then we're making it worse though.
Yeah. That 3-year-old could walk up to Victoria and Tsuba with the love rifle.
They could have children together and even the child would be seen as a love rifle.
Can't believe it.
私もお父様の事業がうまくいっていれば、あんなヴィーナのマイルス家などに影も踏ませぬ家系でした。お父様の教えの通り、私はどこに行っても貴族の誇りは捨てませんわ。敵は滅ぼし、味方は愛す。エリー、親友だから言うけど、もっと楽に接してよ。え？家のことやビーナのこと話すとき、そうやって怖い顔してるんだもん。
We just all get McDonald's. That will make us all happy and relaxed. I lie, I need Burger King instead, to be honest.
そのためにはどんな仕事をしようかとか、どんな人と結婚しようかとか。マジ。
So, we beat the main guy villain. Isn't that cool, Ennis? We did it. We saved the world. For now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the third game. Oh, wait.
Oh. Damn it. Why does it go so hard, Ennis?
I mean, how hard the second game is filled. Yeah.
Around this time, at a different orphanage in another country, a young Japanese girl lived thanks to the help of a mysterious benefactor. Man, I wonder who this mysterious benefactor would be. Sometimes I start to miss her and I feel lonely and want to cry. But thanks to the mysterious person's help, I get to live a fun, happy life. An anonymous benefactor, who could be so kind? Seems like a lot like this person in the book I read.
What?
Well, I meet them someday, I hope so. Well, Sanae wondered whom their benefactor could be early one morning, but Liliana was visiting the church. Liliana's made a choice. She's going to become a nun to finally defeat the evil devils. She goes to face Mai, and Mai's like, yo, what's up? I'm just eating ramen over here. I thought she'd returned to the devil. Yes. And now I'm happily living my life as a gay woman. Then life goes places. I remember those gay, this guy wants to live happily, peacefully as a gay man articles. That's basically Mai. After becoming the devil, I now want to live my life peacefully as a gay woman. Hey there, Ennis?
Yeah.
修道院へ入るかの選択を迫られるんだ。
リリアナ、君は筆舌に尽くしがたいご家庭の試練を耐えてきた。神は君をお見捨てにはなりません。君の意志のままに歩めば、どこにいてもきっと神の祝福がありましょう。
神父様、ありがとうございます。
その涙、会いたい方がいるのですね。確かに修道院に入ると外出はできなくなります。 でも人生は長い。きっといつか再会できますよ。
神父様は優しく微笑む。
神を信じなさい。
そうですね。私はもっともっと修行を積みます。リリアナ、迷ったら前。ひたすら自分の思いにだけまっすぐに進むといいよ。
Would this be like the devil whispering in your ear,
強
though?
くなって信念とともに前に進みます。悪魔を殺すために。
But Mai's just chilling eating ramen, though. And now she travels the world.
In the hopes of finding that deep.
Rottie was enjoying a holiday with Mai. A month had passed since Mai joined Enigma. It seems like she's using her earnings to support Sanae, who lives in a distant orphanage, but she doesn't want to see her. One day I'll take Mai to see her, even if it's by force. Yeah, I know, right? I would do the same thing. It's like, no, you're gonna meet your sister, you're gonna fucking like it. We spent the entire game looking for her! So basically, Rottie is the housewife, of course, and, you know, Mai is the husband of the relationship. As you can tell, her eyes are actually still white. She has to put contact lenses on.
日本に来て私も現代のことをいろいろと学んだ。間違うこともよくあるけど、それでも30年間の空白の知識を埋めるのは思ったよりも楽しい作業だった。コンタクトレンズは嫌い。でもダメ、舞ちゃん、これじゃどう見ても変態だもん。あ、間違えた。普通の人じゃないもの。日本語って難しいね。ロッタ、あんたわざとでしょ。そんなことないよ。舞ちゃん、いや、舞様。
Mai sama. Damn it, the date is already ruined, Rottie. Good job.
あっちに素敵なシュークリーム屋さんを見つけたの。怒ってる？
Oh, I fucking sip.
どこ？こっちだよ、シュークリーム屋さん。ついてきて。
And so they happily spent their days together as husband and wife. So, Ennis, what do you think?
I don't know. There was some interesting story beats. A lot of weird turns, really. In the end, honestly, I felt probably kind of not caring, really. The gameplay did seem to be pretty much the same for most of it. Some adjustments here and there, and did seem good. Just yeah, it does miss some things. Because I did like the idea of like resummoning bosses and what do you call it? Changing gameplay, which were advertised in the first game. Weird that they're missing here, right?
Yeah.
Soundtrack was pretty good, yeah. Character designs are great. I mean, I actually only like my kind of disappointing when it comes to the party, the amount of party members, and just did like the moments of dread though, right? When you have something dreadful happens, like when characters are about to die or what have you. Just sucks that a lot of them are just really characters that I almost didn't care about. Except for Fina, where I just wanted to like have her shut the fuck up.
Yeah, basically when she died I was cheering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not much else to say. It is one of those games. It does do some disappointing decisions, right? With the story beats and the final boss. Alright, just go on.
I got a lot to talk about, and the credits are not going to be enough to sustain everything, I have to say. So I'm probably not going to say everything, because there's going to be a cutscene after this one, like a post-credit cutscene. So, I'm not going to say everything, because I want to get into the deeper stuff when we get to it. Let me talk about things I thought the game did well. Soundtrack is still really good. I can tell that they made it creepier because they wanted this game to be more horror-esque than the first game, and I can really tell. Like, this game, in every single way, goes around to be a bit more creepy and a bit more horrific. You know, characters die more horrible deaths. The soundtrack is more eerie. The locations are, you know, more misty, ruins, creepy towns, dark. That's definitely a difference, because in the first game, you know, the soundtrack is often more relaxing or trying to look for a mystery, and the dungeons were sometimes just, you know, fantasy stuff. Sometimes it was dark, sometimes it wasn't, really. And I think that people that really like, you know, horror more than whether the story is better or not, and they like the horror aspect more, you might like the second game more in that case, and I can understand why you would like the game. But honestly, I see some people that in reviews say that this game is better than the first game. I can't agree. I just can't agree. This game, I can tell it's rushed in many occasions, and I'm gonna go into that. Of course, as long as the credits allow me to get into that. But, the ending especially, the ending portion especially made me realize the game was rushed. Because when you get to Chapter 9, just a cutscene. For example. I don't remember in the first game it being the case. It took me 20 hours to beat this game, it took me 30 hours to beat the other game in the first try. When I did everything in the first game, it took me like 44 hours. And this game, if I were to do everything, it would feel like padding rather than, you know, just doing extra content. And gameplay-wise, there just isn't that much difference. I think that there's more fluidity in battle sometimes, especially with the camera snapping to the character when you pick, like, attacks to use. And I do like, you know, having both attacks you get from, you know, combining attacks and attacks you get from leveling up. So that, you know, whatever you're doing in gameplay time, you're not gonna get fucked unless you go for the pain area. Then you're fucked no matter what. And there's a degree to customization with characters as well. Any character can become a tank, or a magical attacker, or a physical attacker with the right equipment. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that makes every character feel too similar. And when it comes to all the other characters you can use with the avatar system, honestly, I can't help but think they were just an add-on to quickly tacked onto the game, because there's just really a point where you can really get a feel for them, or just, like, you know, use them properly. And with the little amount of money you have, you can't really equip every single character well enough to actually go through the game. So you're gonna just go with the 3 main characters. And I love the 3 main characters. Okay, the ending is almost done, so I'm just gonna say, like, you know, I love the 3 main characters. That's also another good thing the game does. I love the 3 main characters. I love their dynamics. I love, like, them talking to each other. That's fine with me. I like it. But I couldn't give a fuck about most of the other fucking orphans, and we'll get to that soon. Because there's a cutscene. Damn. That sucks.
まあいい。お前も母親や妹のように処分されるのを待ってろ。
あれから数日、檻の中にいるせいか、時間の感覚はない。私の処刑はもうすぐだろうか。周りがずいぶん騒がしい気がする。そろそろ私も母さんやリディアの元へ。
なんだ貴様。
I don't even know what Lydia punched him with. Oh man, it's time for the great escape. Oh boy. Like, I might be rooting for their escape, but to be honest, I don't even know where the fuck they are. It's like you go outside and then what?
You go outside and then you end up in another virtual world. And apparently then you find out that no, Lydia's world was also created by other gods, was created by other gods. and so on and so forth.
And then we realized the true world were the friends we made along the way.
Exactly. Actually, funny enough, that would work with this game.
That would actually kind of make sense. Yeah, after she tried to kill him.
Did you see this cutscene with the new game, with old game or new game?
New game plus. So this cutscene is basically a cliffhanger to the third game, which doesn't exist. So yeah. I can't believe it. It's Gintoki.
So this is where the fucking gunshot comes. Still don't know what the fuck I was doing in town.
Yep, that sums up this game pretty well. So, now that we are done with that, finally, before we get to file of testing 14, I need to put up a GIF image because watching a blank screen is boring. I am evil.
See the evilness in this, but whatever.
I mean, it's evil depending on what mindset you have. I suppose. So anyway, what do I have more to talk about? Where was I? So, gameplay-wise, I found there to be some improvement. I found there to be some good ideas, like giving enemies certain stats, so you have to actually think of other ways to defeat them. Like, giving them more evasion, so you have to use the other types of attacks to kill them, for example. That's fine. But gameplay-wise, the real problem goes when you get to the end portion of the game, where enemies take forever to fucking die, and boss fights as well. They have too much HP and too much defense. It shouldn't be the case where I'm fighting random battles and I just activate like 3 ultimate skills at the same time, and that only gets me like not even halfway through the fight. That's too long. There are random enemies. The first game had moments where, things can take a little while longer, and random enemies at some point do have like a bit more HP, but never to this extent. It doesn't feel as bad. On top of that, really, the design for the ending dungeons as well, also really just shows to me that the game has been washed. Like the first game had this amazing dungeon of the Sky Islands and shit, and then later it gets like you're like have the Sky Islands over the real life city and shit because that's what's happening. But here it's just the town again, but grey. Every dungeon in this game feels like the same variation of the same place. And it kind of makes sense, but I still think there's a lack of variation of dungeon design here as well. And the characters being tacked on, the avatar system isn't just with the battles, but also with the overworld. Because do you use any of the box skills of the former 5 characters from the last game? You don't. So exploration is already kind of meh. And I think this also goes into the horror design as well, because a lot more areas are also claustrophobic to make it scarier, because it's a horror game. Regardless of gameplay, though, aside from the pain area, which is just bullshit, I can handle a little bit of a mad game from the gameplay design for an RPG if the story is good. And the story was the important part, because the first game, why do I love it? Because of the story. And if the second game story was just as good, I wouldn't really care so much that the enemies have a lot of HP near the end of the game, because that's only near the end of the game. In most of the game, it's gonna be straightforward, for the most part, right? Then you get to the pain area. Holy shit. But the problem is that the story crumbles. I already was worried when the second game was announced because it was announced so soon. And then, what's the first thing you think when a sequel is announced? You usually think they're gonna rush it, and that's what happened. The story at first, I didn't have too much of a problem with, right? Because at first you don't really know what's wrong with it, because you still are trying to get into it. It still has the same mystery vibe as the first game, and when you get to those like nighttime cutscenes, I find that interesting. I find it thrilling. It makes me think like, oh, what's happening? What's going on? And I want to figure it out. That's the fun part. But once you figure it all out, it just doesn't make sense. With the first game, every mystery makes you interested. It makes you not confused. Because it's not a confusing mystery, it's how should I say? It's a mystery you really think about rather than you are confused about. It's not the same thing with the second game. With the second game, I get near the end and I'm like, why do characters act a certain way if that's not really who they really are and this is just a repeat of history? Why bother with the monsters in town if all characters that have to die will die anyway because it's a repeat of history? Why bother with all of that? It feels like such a waste of time. Why do that? It just doesn't make sense. It feels like a complete waste of skills. Like, and if you look at Rottie and like Liliana, none of them have become strong enough to fight if they didn't have to fight any monsters. Think about that. They have no experience fighting a monster and then they're fucked. The main villain has constantly tricked them, outsmarted them, and then near the end she behaves like the dumbest motherfucker you'll ever find. With like getting fucking tricked by her own curse. And stating that, Sanae is the only one that can have marbles in her. And then fucking killing her to try to get marbles in her, even though that doesn't work like that, and she should know that! But my biggest issue is the connection with the first game. Because I'm still confused on what the connection is with the first game. Is it an alternative world? And if so, what is the history of this world? Because Sheena did fight Shadow Matter in this world. But as far as we are concerned, it's not the same story as the first game. So what happened? And if it is, the Ludens should be there. But where are the other Ludens? Only Iris was there. But why is Iris in the laptop? Why is Iris like, a program made by Arata this time? There's just too much that isn't explained. It's something you don't care about when you don't play the first game. But when you do, it just doesn't make sense. Where was I? Right. So, the second game, like I said, right, wants to go for more of a horror approach. And I think the same goes for the story. They want the story also to be more scary. And one thing people use with scary, to make things scary is the fear of the unknown. Or to keep things mysterious to make it scary. But that's not my thing. I prefer the first game where you had all of that mystery, but there's nothing that completely contradicts what is happening in the story. So it all still makes sense, and is explained at the end. So even if it's like, obviously against, that might just be preference, but I still think overall, the first game is a far more solid story that still makes sense, even if certain things are difficult to understand. There's nothing inherently that I think inherently contradicts what is happening in the past of the story. There's no, like, characters that suddenly act differently for no fucking reason, for example. When it comes to the story, too, it feels like the gameplay is sacrificed for the story. Because the gameplay, what happens in gameplay makes no sense within the story. Like, you kill giant monsters and shit, but then some weird people in cloaks, like, are too much for us. We literally kill 50, like, dozens of monsters. But again, we get knocked out by a hammer. It just doesn't make sense. But I think what's even more so is that sometimes it feels like the story ignores that the gameplay even happens to begin with. The avatar system, for example, as well gets completely ignored in the story. Even the final boss fight feels unnecessary, because in the story, Mai just becomes, God. Anyway, why would she even lose? You could basically cut out the entire gameplay, and the story wouldn't change much. I think. I don't feel like that's the same thing in the first game as much. I feel like the first game is actual good combination between game and visual novel. This one feels like a visual novel that just had to have gameplay mixed in there. And it's not just done here. Hold on. Like, there was one more thing. So we have the interesting parts of the story, and that I find interesting. But then you get to the side events at the daytime. It's kind of boring. Because I don't really care for most of these characters. When a character has like a perma character death or does something with us within the actual story, I might be interested. But for the most part, I don't care. And most of them don't have any importance in the story at all. So I have all these side cutscenes to get to know these characters that in reality don't matter to me. And I think there are good ways to fix this. And I know that I'm, like, oh man, everything needs to be like Persona, like that kind of thing shows up. But Persona 5 does this better. Because you have all these you have to also have a lot of side characters that also have side cutscenes and side dungeons, right? But you do things with them. And when you do things with them, they give you something useful to do in the game. Now, Persona 5 is a much more higher budget game. Are you still there, Ennis?
Yeah, I am still there.
But you have Blue Reflection, which is a lot lower budget of a game. And that game also does it better. Blue Reflection introduces you to a new schoolmate, or a few new schoolmates every chapter. And you can talk to them to get the relationship points up. You can do things with them. And eventually you might start caring about them as you go through their side dungeons. But they also give you pieces of equipment to get better in the game. But the thing is that it all happens naturally while I also roam around the hub world. Here, it's just, I'm forced to look at cutscenes I just don't care about. And there's no gameplay change when I do them. If, like, I would actually do something with a character, like, let's say I take Mary, right? And I just come across Mary at the pond, and like, oh, Mary at the pond, she is having trouble doing the groceries. So together we do some groceries together, and shit like that. And after talking, we kind of become friends, and, I go like, yo girl, man, I'm helping you all, and thank you, Slay Queen. And then I get like an ability or something that Mary gives me, right? Then I'd care a lot more. But right now I don't give a fuck. Because they're just side cutscenes about characters I don't even know. And you don't really matter at the end of the day, because you don't do anything with them. Like with Persona 5, where you like play shogi with one of them, or you go to do this event with one of them. Or you go to a side dungeon that concerns one of them. It feels like you get to know this kid.
You get like a passive with them as well, like extra passive abilities.
Here it feels like you're forced to talk to them, but you don't really get to know them. You only get to know the basic parts of them. And then you're forced to care about them, but I don't care about them because I haven't done anything with them and haven't done anything for me. So I feel like this could be another drag for people that do like the horror parts more of the second game. Because if you're there only for the horror parts and the mysterious story like I am, then all these side events in the daytime are just gonna be boring. They're not gonna be interesting. I don't think it would have required too much of a budget to just, like, have a hub world during the daytime and let me just do events in the daytime that increase my stats or give me some abilities. That could replace the summoning and, the gameplay changing things, which, again, I feel like they were not there because they would take too much time to make. And story-wise, it wouldn't make sense for them to be in the game as well. But again, it feels like they sacrificed the gameplay for the story. And that's really the problem with it. Because it would be one thing if they sacrificed the gameplay for the story and the story was good. But the story is a bit of a mess. I feel that the first game didn't do well enough. And they were already making the second game. And they were like, oh fuck, the first game's not doing well enough. We don't have the budget for this. So they quickly wash it out. Quickly finish the story. Quickly finish the gameplay. And now we have a pretty unfinished game. With a very sloppily written story, of which I sometimes can't help but think also had different intentions. Because look at Midra taking a bloodbath. Was that necessary? That didn't make any sense. Then she goes like, ah yes, my skin is so much smoother with your blood, Sheena. I would think that, oh, maybe the story is that, killing young people would keep Midra young. That would make sense. But no, the story doesn't go like that at all. Then it makes me think, why even have the bloodbath scene then? It's only for the horror effect, but that's it. And it's like, yeah, if you like horror, maybe you find it fun. But if you don't care, it just feels like a story beat that just doesn't make sense. Did I talk about everything? Did that conclude what I say? Oh, right, there's one more thing. The third game. A third game could fix some problems. Like, it couldn't fix everything. Because, the problem of, like, characters acting evil for no reason and monsters being there doesn't make much sense regardless. But the third game could maybe connect the first and second game well. And then the third game is the final game that fights against the real true enemies that are like doing the end birth plan. But that's the thing. There is no third game. And it's not any guarantee there's gonna be one. If they rushed this game out because the last game didn't sell well enough, I don't think a third game is gonna be made. Why would they? They even like sequel baited it and we haven't seen anything. So as far as I'm concerned, it's just not gonna happen anytime soon. I would rather think there's gonna be a spin-off before there's gonna be a third game. I'm gonna be honest. And then we have the extra cutscenes. And the extra cutscenes also just feels like they're tacked on. Like, oh, we wanted to include them in the main game, but we're not sure we're gonna make a third game, but so we're just gonna leave them for the New Game Plus. Because who's gonna replay the game again? And when you do replay the game and you see the New Game Plus cutscenes, you see all Lydia's story and shit. And yeah, I could get riled up that she got killed in the end anyway by fucking Gintoki, which also doesn't make any sense. Like, why is Natsuo acting like a goofball on his own if he's not actually a goofball? Yeah, it feels like a fake out that's forced, but whatever. There's too many questions. It's like Kingdom Hearts, where these cutscenes add more questions and don't really answer anything. Because I'm also just confused. What is the end birth plan, for example? What's the actual plan? We don't know. Where is Lydia actually? I don't know. What is the real world like? Is it like actually in ruins? I don't know. There's too much things I don't know to really be interested in what's happening in the sequel. I'm more confused, and that's not a good feeling to have when you finish a game. You know, you have to be intrigued, but not confused. I think that's it. I think I've said everything. What do you think, Candice?
I think it's pretty solid.
Yeah? Alright, we can lay down the Connie weapon mass destruction. We don't always need it. Also, fuck the pain area. That's just another way of padding out the game because the game was rushed and it needed to add more game time. That's really why the enemies also take forever to kill. Anyway, I'm gonna put up Final Fantasy 14 to see if that'll lag the stream. Also have to lower the volume immediately.
Oh, that's we're almost there. You can buy all. You know, once you're 70, you can just buy End Volk and get that Reaper.
By the way, did you take like the bonus things they give you when you like log in after a long time?
No.
Me neither. Oh, I haven't decided yet.
It's like I just really couldn't care.
We're lucky the maintenance is on like fucking Tuesday and not Monday.
Yeah, it's always Tuesday. Well, let me turn off parse. It is always Tuesday. It is always on Tuesdays, as I remember.
I'm already in my kind of Halloween outfit. I just became a Shinigami. By my side, by my life, da 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 da. Is that you there? Stop mine, na 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 na. The mob is alive, the mob is alive, the mob is dead, and the phantom conscience. Is that you there? Is that your mind? Yeah, I don't really need it. Decide later. Ah, neat. I'm in Lim Salominsa.
Right.
I have to
Let's
look.
see.
How much FPS am I getting? I'm getting 135 FPS. As you would notice on stream, because it's a 60 FPS of course. But I really need to test out a, I guess an alliance raid would be the best way to test out whether or not it works. Other than that would be a boss fight.
Let's fill the room with people. You ready?
Yeah?
What is my settings anyway?
By the way, I should probably use this new mouse to set some buttons, because you know I got 3 extra buttons to work with.
That's nice.
Yeah, I don't really have a costume for Halloween though. I think Ennis has a better costume for better costumes for Halloween when we get to there.
I don't even look. I just have my edgy Dark Knight armor set.
Oh no, I can't stop recording because you know I need to test it out. So far, nothing yet. I don't really know what an intensive area would be though.
Did you put the resolution at the right resolution?
Yeah, I did. I maxed
Then
everything
you
out.
probably have to like maybe make the game a little bit smaller on OBS because of the.
It doesn't matter. I can do that later.
Yeah.
Like
Alright,
the only thing that matters is that we is that whether it lags or not. That's really the important part. You know, sometimes I wonder, maybe it's just an armchair theory, because I don't know if this is at least fair, but I started to wonder if, like, bad eyesight can make you not, like, see more than 60 FPS or something like that. Because you barely notice, like, a change in FPS, right? When it's, like, higher than 60. Like, I look back at the stream and at my own game, and it's like, man, it's night and day for me.
You know, for me, it's mainly as like I have to really pay attention to the animations at times. Because you know, it's like when you do change the FPS in certain moments, you will quickly notice the differences. Like when you jump from 30 to 60 or 60 to 30.
Yeah. For me, I really just notice with the camera movement, actually. Like, that's my immediate tell for me. I can just...
Yeah.
I can just tell. And then I look back at the stream, for example, and it's like, yeah, it's just... Yeah.
There was also one moment, though, I believe when I was... I believe I had the old screen on my PC, right? Was using it while playing FF14, and then I went on my sister's PC. Which had not only a better screen, I believe, but also like probably set up the higher frame rates.
Yeah.
Which then did result into, what do you call it? Into me noticing the difference in frames. It felt a lot smoother to me, so I can see these things, just not as quickly.
Yeah. I know my dad, for example, also couldn't see the difference, but my mom could. My mom could immediately tell the difference. And my dad also wears contact lenses, so I'm starting to... It's really something I wonder, is like... Does it depend on how good your eyesight are? And of course, fucking World of Darkness. I told you, I always get World of Darkness. You have no idea how often I get this stage.
Oh. You may hate it. I like World of Darkness, I'm glad.
No, I like World of Darkness playing it, it's just that it's really long. Because I like playing it, it's like it's the more fun alliance, like you have to do a lot more.
You know, there's the problem of me having played a bit too long ago.
Yeah, same. And you know, I have a new mouse that also makes you do things differently. Are you ever gonna get like an MMO mouse, you think?
I am fine right now, so don't really see a need for now.
That's fair. Toilet Wekken? That's from Final Fantasy 3.
I can't believe it. It's like it's the first like few alliance rates were all like references.
Yeah.
The first three, and then after that it's all original stuff. But in the Final Fantasy universe, obviously, as Final Fantasy really loves the Void.
I mean, the Void is cool, right?
Yeah, it is.
X-Death.
Really cool. A pretty cool enemy, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Let's see. Yeah, I think I can start off the fight.
So far the stream is going fine. So I think that's a good sign. I think I should ask what like the most. Okay, I'm standing on the light one. It's in these parts that like the frame rate goes to like 120 FPS. Oh Jesus Christ, I'm dying.
Yeah, me both.
Yeah, I'm really rusty. I need to really get back into the swing of things.
Alright. The clocks are out, the hourglass are out. Make sure not to face the boss. As in might just, you know, just try to give everybody death.
Did I get?
Oh, I was stupid. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh no. And now I get attacked for some reason. How? What did I do?
I'm trying to find the right spot, but I'm
I died.
completely fucking...
Oh, it's perfect. I can now
confused.
watch my stream. Or not.
Come on.
It feels like it's chugging a little bit. Only a little bit. Man, I'm slowed. I can't believe it. Imagine Ennis being a clicker, couldn't be me. Hello?
I'm just shocked I just like naturally clicked when I just touched Dark now. Alright, so it's time to choose. Just dying. Fuck. Oh, still scary.
Don't mind me, I'm just looking at the stream. I think I should just full screen it, to be honest. So it's easier to see. It's difficult anyway when the frame rate is so much higher here. Because how high is the frame rate now? Yeah. Like right now it's 144 like FPS, but that's because we're not fighting.
Let's wait a bit for everybody to come. Alright, let's go. No. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Don't worry.
Fucking weird. Why did my shortcut suddenly turn itself off?
Well, oh, what the fuck?
I was trying to turn on the mic because I turned it off because of a stupid fucking cycle, right?
Uh-huh.
Then I tried to turn it on. I'm like noticing this. Why is it not going on?
Yeah, dude, Ennis, there's a forbidden gate here.
Kill it. that's the one. Oh well.
So, I can already tell you that the Void arc is a lot more intensive. Like, there you actually see FPS drops to 120. Here it drops to like 126.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's still pretty fair. Yeah, it's still a high refresh rate. You know, it's double 60 FPS. You know, it's fine. Not that the 14 FPS counter is accurate.
Oh, I want to tank. Alright, pull.
I don't even remember what half of the shit is we need to do here.
I said pull him. Oh, I'll take it.
No. I refuse to
Are you
listen.
supposed to? I've played this. I've done this Allier rates way too much. Don't keep him in the middle. That's against the rules. Against the meta.
Your mom's the meta. The meta's changed, Dennis. It's too difficult to pull him from the middle, so we made sure that you can fight him in the middle.
So we made the AoE now his hitbox not only bigger than his body will ever be, but we make sure that he stays in the middle so you don't have to do any work. He even looks at the back, so you don't have to even make him face anywhere. As a tank.
Man, video gaming has evolved.
Is this the... Does he... No. Oh, it's the time for AoEs!
Uh-oh. What now?
Just, you want to destroy all of his heads so he doesn't do a weight wide.
How do you destroy his heads?
We already got it.
No. I just be striking him. Hoping it works.
You know the problem with alliance raids? Most of the time I do not know what a tank boss is in these fucking raids.
I don't even know what my importance is in the raid sometimes.
Besides doing mechanics, killing ads and dodging things.
It kind of feels like someone else will just do it for me if I don't do anything, to be honest. That's kind of the thing.
Yeah, no, there's so many people. Everybody's a DPS in this mode.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like there's too much lag. I have to think of like an area to go to where there was like a lot of lag.
No, he's just turning around for stupid attack.
Not the stupid attack. It's almost as powerful as the ultimate attack. Yeah, just remember the ultimate attack?
Oh, the ultimate attack. I finally was able to pull it off even if you blocked it.
Sounds like Paducah in a nutshell.
One of the few reasons why we pull this guy to the back of the arena is to make sure that the motherfucker doesn't like get in the way of like doing his big AoE bullshit. Like the tornadoes and the ice storms and what have you. So anyway, it's time to split the party.
We're in Alliance C. What's Alliance C gonna do?
Go to his part. Alright, we're starting the fight anyway.
Waiting for other people's kind of cringe, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Keep. Alright, if you face it, you get away. Actually, you want to look for your party members if any of them has a target thing on them, and then get in the middle for shockwave.
Ah, I see. I'm just gonna do the opposite of what you just said. Because I'm a big brain man. I mean, all things considered, it's just not very impressive.
What was it again? A adds C. Yeah.
You know, I really just need to find that.
Always beats Cerberus.
I need to find a way to replay. What is it? He always beats Cerberus.
A adds B belly C chains.
We do change. Okay. Really should like try to find a way to get like you know the cutscene with monks where one of them just gains like superpowers and like an aura and everything.
Really think? What now?
That's the one we need to do to find out whether the screen will lag or not on stream. That cutscene was crazy. Why am I in front of here?
Oh man, I can't wait when I get to level 85. Or 82, my bad. You wanna know what skill I get, Jess?
What?
Enhanced Unmeant.
Enhanced, unmenced?
Unmeant.
What?
You know how Samurai has NP? That like little sword slash that they do, like range attack? Well, you see, Enhanced Unmeant makes it so my range attack lowers the cooldown of my gap closer by 5 seconds.
That sounds very useful.
You wanna know what the cooldown of my gap closer is? 30 seconds.
Wow. Yeah, that really helps.
It's such a meme power up, I swear.
I can believe it. Oh, not me, I'm just DPSing.
What is ultimation? Is it a... Oh, I see.
Well, what now?
Thanks, I don't have to... hug people, hug people.
No one lost me though. What has changed? Okay.
You have to go into the back to grab the change, which people already did, right?
Okay.
And then you want to go to the open ladder and chain them.
People have already been doing this, so I don't need to do anything right now.
Yeah, they're just holding the chains and doing nothing. Why aren't you? Help. They don't understand. Alright, prepare for wipe.
Oh.
Because people didn't understand what chain meant.
That's not good. Oh fuck. Oh, they're all gonna die now. Who are we blaming? Who are we blaming? I like to blame people.
I mean, I don't think I'm gonna save this.
He deceived.
Gilby. Fuck me for now. Oh, there we go. Ultimate activated.
You can do it, guys. 15%. Come on, you can do it. Just believe. You just have to believe. Just the power of friendship.
Do you see the buff on his health bar? Plus 16.
You know what? If you believe in yourself, Sanae, you get plot armor, but this is way more powerful than the buff of 16 plus. Listen.
I mean, so.
You can do it.
Honestly.
No, you can do it. Come on. You can do it. Just believe in yourself.
I already died. I'm not believing in it.
Just limit break. Believe in yourself. You can do it. Coward. I like the fact that people are still going though. Like at least tried. Alright, the whole party is wiped. So, okay. So that I understand what we're doing. Explain the chain mechanic.
Basically, you see where the chains are attached to, right?
Yeah?
Once he is like beaten in the bellies, he will have this you will see the open ladder stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
Then that means you have to go back, go to those where the chains are, and apply them to him. Like you carry the chains to the open ladders.
Right.
That's all you have to do as chain.
There's a lot of words you just said, but okay.
And basically, it's like once you see him cast Reawaken, you wanna then like look for the open ladder stuff to confirm. Then run back to where the chains are attached, pick them up, go to the open ladder. But basically, if you don't do mechanic, you die.
I mean, we all die. I like how it just goes fucking spins back and forth.
You know, after reading many debates about the whole positional thing,
Yeah.
this is one of the moments where I like, yeah, but with moments like mechanics like these, yeah, positionals are fucking stupid.
Oh no. Oh. I almost got seized. Because he pushed me into the purple shit.
Oh.
Oh no. Now I'm minied. Now I have to go to the purple shit.
Now you have to.
I have no choice. Well, I
Oh,
guess
for
I
fuck's
don't.
are you for real?
I don't even get that lock.
Alright.
I'm killing a wolf's bane. I don't know what other people are doing. Tether them to. Is he tethered?
What should I do? Honestly, he's mine, so. Oh, I should just bring him to the wall. Over here.
Yeah, bring him to the wall.
Punishment wall.
Go into the corner. You've been a bad boy today. Oh, fucking no. Hey, come back here. Don't worry, my calculation, it was my pain was calculated, but then I'm bad at math.
Listen, in moments of life and death, your calculations are perfect.
Until they're not, and you die. But at that
We don't
point, you
talk
don't.
about that.
But at that point, you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Exactly.
Man, I wish I had my gap closer right now. That'd be pretty neat.
Indeedy so. Alright, he's gonna do the scream again. Unless you kill him in time, poke somebody.
We're killing it. We killed him.
Alright. I just noticed now. The fucking status effect is called abandonment.
We have mommy issues.
It really is fucking. You really do solve it by hugging people.
I think I'm gonna let the cutscene play, because that might be a good indicator of where the stance is gonna. Oh, the steps the gloom. Oh no, not the gloom.
Oh, the.
It's of course a bitrate killer.
I see. Good.
Doesn't lag. That's neat.
Alright, everybody's here.
No, I'm not here.
Oh, you're not?
Yeah, I'm being
Alright,
gaslit
then
over
waiting
here.
for this to come. Now you're here.
Now I'm here.
Oh, that's good. Oh fuck, they added a new fucking tell for the particle beam.
Oh no. What's it mean?
You have to see. You know, I actually never have tanked this boss.
We always DPS in the World of Darkness.
No, either I DPS or somebody else does the tanking. By this point. So I've never seen the fact that this woman actually hurts. Anyway, we have to do one thing though, and that's bring her back to where she belongs.
In the kitchen?
Exactly.
You can say that down on Twitter, it's okay.
My one sole reason for me coming back on Twitter.
Just tell the woman to get back to the kitchen.
Say all the bad words like get back to the kitchen and the N-words. Alright, she's huffing darkness. Quickly stop her from vaping.
She's doing crack. How do we stop her?
By attacking the vape. I know it sounds stupid.
Yeah, no, it makes sense what you're talking about.
You know, when the guy is smoking, you want him to stop smoking, you just attack the smoke.
I say you just punch him in the face. You know, violence is a good teacher.
Ah, glad you learned it from me. Best teacher.
I learned from V. Honestly, I think we should like just for funsies, we should like at least break someone's arm normally, you know, just because.
Right, you can now beat her face. Bring her back to where she belongs.
To an Islamic hospital will beat her properly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got this very handy tutorial ready and everything.
Just sucks that it's in Arabic, but at least we got some subtitles.
Remember, it's approved by YouTube. So it must be okay.
I know where she is. Oh well. Wait, why did you not wait? There was like a little bit more left. They could have done the level 3.
We don't need to wait. We don't need a level 3. But you could have though, but we don't need it.
You know, level 3s are stylish.
Oh boy, I leveled up.
Alright, I give it to Tinkerbell for playing as white, but never mind. The Pomeluscus for daring to play as a sage, disgusting. Anyway, I believe. Oh,
Did it, guys. We stopped racism. Yeah, I'm just gonna give someone random. Alright. There's a lot of like mage shit. Pass. I'm gonna pass on everything. I think I don't have this one yet. Alright then. Oh no, I do have this one. I'll give it to me. I'm just gonna leave. Alright. Yeah, the stream seems to go fine, I think. I need to test out a good location though. Like a location that the game's like, I didn't do it to me. Final Fantasy 14 most intensive map.
I wanted to say maybe look up the thing cutscene in the final
The final can I do that though? The final like what's the
one of the bar
Monk.
right, or the other one?
Oh, that can be done. Did that one lag though?
No, that's right. That probably is like a.
It was the one with the monks where he has the aura of lag where it really lagged.
I think you could relook those. Let's look at the unending journey.
Cause that one is important.
There we go. It's in the class jobs tab, and then you can go for discipline of war. You just have to scroll through again. No, not more.
Gladiator.
Do you remember what level it was?
Wasn't it like the monk? Wasn't it like the level 50 monk one?
Then it should be discipline of war job quest, not quest but job quest. 5 easy pieces. Or 5 easy pieces, where we had the aura stuff going on, right? Where both had the aura.
Yeah, hold on, I need to... There are 2 cutscenes, hold on. Can only be filled as small... I can only feel the cutscene as a... Oh my god. It makes sense, but I don't like it. Guess I'll just... save the set. Or not, I don't know. Monk, let's go. Did me dirty like that, can't believe it. That's not it. Da 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 la 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 la. Alright. Ah yes, this is perfect. How's the stream take it? Hold on, but it's not there yet. This all made the game lag so much that time. Actually, I should be able to. That's weird. Dominic could tap out of. Oh, I went with full screen, didn't I? Oh no, I can. OBS. Oh, it's not as bad, but it's still lagging. Funny thing is though, the OBS is not giving me the warning. By the way, like the task manager doesn't show the GPU usage anymore, and it's kind of weird. So, the video encoder is not being used much. Actually, it's
it
moved
just
now.
stabilized.
What the fuck?
It just had to stabilize for a moment. It was not.
That's
So
bizarre.
now you have to switch to a different scene.
I suppose so. Yeah, it seems I don't see a problem with the encoder. But my GPU usage is at fucking 99%, and that doesn't make sense. Also, the GPU is fucking hot. Like, it's like, holy shit, what the fuck are you making me do? It's 72 degrees. How hot's this PC right now? Oh, it's 24 degrees Celsius, well, you know. So yeah, it's weird. I guess it's weird with 14. It's like, it stabilizes itself. That is bizarre. So there's gonna be lag spikes, but that's it. That's kind of annoying. This really is the perfect cutscene to test out the GPU though. Like, I don't know, this OA just kills GPUs. I don't know why. It's like the GPU uses full power for the OA. Ah, it's lagging again. I think it's because it lags a shield. Ah, now it's getting too much. But yeah, the video encoder just spikes sometimes. It's really weird.
Or it's just using a fraction of its power, so it just got shook again. So now it's the power up again for a moment.
So weird. And now it's intense. Okay, now it's not intensive anymore. That's weird. Of course, now we're not anymore at the difficult part of the cutscene. Holy shit, though. This cutscene really is the fucking weirdest one. But honestly, if that's the worst that can happen, then maybe we'll be fine with these settings that we're on. It's just that one cutscene cannot be handled by mere mortals, it would seem. Well, anyway, that will end this test. I kind of have to think about some things, but I think for the most part we'll be safe with these settings. Maybe a little bit of stuttering. I don't really know the perfect solution for it. I don't really know what makes it easier for the encoder, what doesn't make it easier for the encoder. It's just a very difficult thing. But that should end the stream for today. Tomorrow we're gonna do the Halloween special for 14. And I hope you guys are ready for that, because either we're gonna do like whatever special event they have prepared for Halloween, and the next to that we can do the Mandeville quest. So we've got plenty of things to do. So I know the CPU usage is high too. Maybe if I power up the CPU a bit, it would be better. Most of the CPU usage goes to the VC phase. Maybe we should up the thing for OBS next time. But that's the thing I can think about. So, yeah, we are done with a lot of things. I think the next few weeks are gonna be a bit hectic because I do want to quickly finish things up to take a break. I also have other things to do. So first and foremost, I have to pick up my new other monitor to get a dual monitor set up, and of course I want Ennis to come over soon at some point as well. So that's already gonna take some time. But also I want to spend a week to just do a bunch of streams at once so we can finish everything. This week we're gonna do on Wednesday next week Wednesday we're gonna do Dark Souls because we couldn't do that tomorrow. So I do it on Wednesday instead. And then the next week I want to do one more final Wednesday stream for Mario Kart, and then that will be break all for that. For Monday streams I do want to finish Sekiro, the randomizer. So that is done. Next to that, the only games we have left is Doom Eternal, which is only one stream, and Metroid Dread, which will be 2 streams, I think. And it just like really depends on like, will I do that in the middle of a week? I want to do that in the middle of a week. And I don't think it's gonna be next week, because next week, you know, again, things are planned. I need to get the 4K monitor here, shit like that. So we'll see. And also, you know, Ennis needs to be, you know, have time for that as well. So I have to ask Ennis whenever he has time for that shit too.
Yep.
Yeah. But regardless, for now at least, on Monday 14 is gonna be October stream is gonna happen. Tuesday is gonna be nothing. Wednesday is gonna be Dark Souls, and Sunday it's probably gonna be the end of like Doom Eternal if we don't decide to stream it earlier. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna just stream it on Sunday anyway. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I'll see you guys hopefully when we play a better game that actually fucking works on OBS. Fuck my life. You got anything else to say? Any parting words, Ennis?
Just take care.